Greetings to all of you, my wonderful people, my awesome people across Africa. Yeah, um, at this time, we are stepping over to the digital era. We are moving into the digital era, and there is something that is actually burning, something very important that we need to talk about. Yes, and this is regarding some of the solutions that we are having in Africa, some of the digital solutions that we have in Africa. You know, Prior to this time, we have been, getting solutions from outside of Africa or solutions that were copied, maybe solutions that were developed for other environments, and copied and pasted in Africa. For instance, the e-commerce solutions that we have in Africa, most of them are not indigenous to Africa. Most of them are just copied, a kind of they try to make it, just edited and they start running in Africa. And when you see some of these solutions that are not originally developed for Africa, you will see some of the tragic flaws in those solutions. For instance, most of the e-commerce platforms that were that's were have been operated in Africa, some of them were built in such a way that they receive investment in huge amounts of dollars. I don't call those things investments, I call them magnets, because that investment is used by the e-commerce companies to stock products, and from a central location they start making deliveries of those products to the people. Now, what is the tragic flaw here? The tragic flaw is that this kind of business puts out the little shops, small players, they put them out of business because they have funding in millions of dollars. They can buy stuff very cheap, and they build that kind of supply chain that will gradually erode the economy. They put the little players out of business. And do you know what happens? Those little players that are being put out of business are the pillars of the economy, because those people are still the people that they expect to shop, to buy from them. You understand? So when you do that, you are gradually killing the economy, and when they come to a certain point, they will find out that they cannot grow anymore because those their customers have been put out of business. So these solutions are not built for the solutions don't understand the problem of Africa itself. So they are bound to cause chaos, cause problems. Secondly, something like okay, like the current banking system that we have across Africa, that is those things are not, they are not indigenous to us, and even though they have existed in Africa for a very long time, some of them have refused to to look at the culture of the people and look at the way of life of the people to give them something that actually suits them. They only plan and think from their own side what, can make them profits and what they think is okay. And because of that, when you come to some of our big cities that were built on based on our traditional understanding of business as Africans, when you come to those places, you'll find that the small businesses are suffering. And when you look at those places, you think that, oh, why is it that Africa is not developing? Why is it that it seems like things are not moving forward? It's because of the system that has been imposed on them. Is not their natural way. So they are finding it difficult to adapt. For instance, small businesses cannot get loans from those banks, you know. But prior to the coming of the banks, our people have the way they mobilize themselves among themselves, they make contributions, and from time to time, the contributions are used to reinforce one person, just like that, and that is how they were able to build their businesses. You know? So you will find out that truly the banking system is not working for them, for the real people that are running those little businesses. It's not. You understand? Secondly, when you take a look at the apprenticeship system which we have, that system is almost going extinct. It's almost going extinct. And due to this fact, some of the small businesses are finding it difficult to have leadership, to to grow. They are finding it extremely difficult to find the youth that will take over when the masters are gone. So this is these are the tragic flaws, and I can count so many and many of them. But what is most important is not about recounting the flaws, it's about the solution to it. And what is the solution? The solution is that the culture of the people must be considered. The culture of the people must be considered in creating digital solutions for the people so that there will be prosperity for the people. Because if we do not sensitize ourselves towards building solutions that inculcates the culture of the people, then we are going to run into a dark hole, and somewhere along the line we will feel the pain. So it is very, very important that whoever is building a digital solution, as we have a tabula rasa, we have a clean slate right now, we are just stepping into the digital era. So whatever we are doing in this digital era must consider the culture of the people of Africa. It is very, very important so that there will be prosperity for the people. Extremely important. So this is why we at mainmarketafrica.com, we have tried to make sure that we build our system in such a way that we do not take away the business from the little players. Instead, we provide the technology to support them. And we understand it that when we support as many businesses as possible that we support, we are also indirectly holding up the employment, supporting the employment. Because when you take away the business from these small players, you are not only taking away their means of income, you are also taking away employment from the people, which is very, very scarce. So we are building something that is very, very decentralized to make sure that business is not taken away from anybody. Instead, we are supporting the people to enhance the way they do their business. That is just it. Okay, so I call on all brothers and sisters, wherever you are, you're building something for Africa. Try to make sure, try to reason where this will have an impact on the culture, on the way of life of the people, and try to inculcate the culture of Africa into your solutions so that it will be something that can bring prosperity for the people. Very, very important. Okay, so we will not step into this digital era with a copy and paste mentality. No, it's not necessary. Okay, we need to build something that is, something that is well thought out, something that is very unique, something that is bent on solving the real problems of the people, not something that is solving imaginary problems, not something that is running on other people's systems. Like some other places have supply chain systems, they have infrastructure that is running beneath their supply chain system. So when we copy their digital solutions and paste in Africa, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Okay? So we don't have to build things or welcome things that will enslave our people, or something that will take away the resources, the livelihood of our people. No, we must think about it. We must think deeply about it anytime we are building a digital solution. So Thank you so much for listening, and do not forget to try out mainmarketafrica.com as a solution, a decentralized market for your business. No matter the kind of business that you are doing, you are into production, you are farming, you are into whatever you're doing, you will find a category for your business on mainmarketafrica.com, and we have a software that match makes your business with your potential buyers or suppliers. So we automate the process and make it very, very easy for you to conduct your business. We make it as fast as anything, so that your business will not, even if you're sleeping wherever you are, the buyers are coming, sellers are coming, we automatically match make. That's what we do. That's what our software does for you. So our platform is https mainmarketafrica.com. Thank you so much for watching.